There is a side of Japanese cinema that most people are too afraid to look at. We aren't talking about the calm, poetic dramas or the bright, flashing lights of Tokyo. We're talking about a world of underground wars, legendary warriors with nothing left to lose, and some of the most bone-chilling action ever put to film. If you think you've seen brutal, you haven't seen anything yet. If you love discovering the most intense, underrated movies from around the globe, kindly subscribe so we can get started. Number 10. Imagine a man who literally cannot die, no matter how many blades pass through his body. Our first entry follows a disgraced samurai who is cursed with immortality by an 800-year-old witch. He spends his days in a state of constant decay and regret until a young girl approaches him with a desperate plea for help. Her family was slaughtered by a ruthless group of master swordsmen, and she wants him to be her bodyguard on a quest for revenge. What follows is a relentless marathon of steel and blood. Because he can't die, he doesn't bother with defense. He just walks through a storm of blades to deliver his own killing blows. It's a beautifully shot, visceral journey through the pain of living forever. Number 10 is Blade of the Immortal. Number 9. Next up is a film that redefined how we look at hand-to-hand combat. The story centers on a man living a quiet, boring life, running a small convenience store and looking after his niece. But beneath that calm exterior is a retired special ops soldier known as a ghost. His past eventually catches up with him when his former commander sends a wave of highly trained assassins to take him out. What makes this movie so special is the zero-range combat style. The fights are incredibly fast, using knives and close-quarters techniques that feel terrifyingly real. It's not about flashy kicks, it's about efficiency and survival. Watching one man dismantle an entire tactical team in the middle of a dark forest is an experience you won't forget. Number 9 is Reborn. Number 8.
Let's go!
This next one is a wild, blood-soaked love letter to the art of filmmaking itself. It follows a group of young, aspiring directors who call themselves the Fuck Bombers. They've spent years waiting for the perfect moment to film a real-life masterpiece. That opportunity finally arrives when they get caught in the middle of a brutal war between two rival Yakuza clans. Instead of running away, they decide to film the actual battle as it happens. The result is a chaotic, high-energy explosion of sword fighting and madness. It's a strange mix of dark comedy and extreme violence that somehow makes you cheer for the carnage. If you've ever wondered how far someone would go for their art, this movie gives you a very messy answer. Number 8 is Why Don't You Play in Hell? Number 7. Moving into much darker, grittier territory, we have a crime thriller that feels like a punch to the gut. Set in the late 1980s, it follows a rookie police officer who is partnered with a veteran detective in a city on the verge of a massive gang war. The veteran is dirty, violent, and plays by his own rules, forcing the young cop to question everything he knows about justice. There are no heroes here, only people trying to survive a world filled with corruption and horrific torture. The tension builds like a slow-burning fuse until it finally explodes in a series of uncompromising, brutal confrontations. It's a heavy, atmospheric look at the thin line between the police and the criminals they hunt. Number 7 is The Blood of Wolves. Number 6. If you want something completely over the top, this next pick is a cult classic of the splatter genre. The story follows a high school girl whose life is shattered when her younger brother is murdered by a group of bullies with ties to a powerful ninja Yakuza family. During her attempt to get revenge, she is captured and suffers a horrific injury, losing her arm. Instead of giving up, she seeks help from a pair of mechanics who fit her with a high-powered Gatling gun where her arm used to be. From that point on, the movie becomes a non-stop, gore-filled rampage of vengeance. It's loud, it's colorful, and it features some of the most creative and insane kills you'll ever see in an action flick. Number 6 is The Machine Girl. Number 5. Taking that insanity even further, we find ourselves in a dystopian future where a private police force is at war with mutated humans known as engineers. These mutants have a terrifying ability. Whenever they are injured, their bodies sprout biomechanical weapons from the wounds. We follow a cold, skilled hunter who works for the police to track down the source of this virus. The movie is famous for its surreal and nightmare-inducing practical effects. It's a psychedelic trip through a world of body horror and high-octane swordplay. It isn't just an action movie, it's a visual assault that pushes the boundaries of what the human imagination and the human body can endure. Number 5 is Tokyo Gore Police. Number 4.
Battle Royale.
This next film is so controversial that it was banned in several countries upon its release. The premise is simple and terrifying. In a future where the government fears the youth, a random class of high school students is taken to a deserted island. They are given random weapons, ranging from machine guns to pot lids, and told they have 3 days to kill each other until only one survivor remains. If more than one is alive at the end, the collars around their necks will explode. It's a brutal exploration of how quickly friendships dissolve when survival is on the line. The emotional weight of watching classmates forced to hunt one another makes the physical violence feel even more devastating. Number 4 is Battle Royale. Number 3. When it comes to pure epic scale, few movies can compete with this tale of 13 men on a suicide mission. A sadistic lord is rising to power, committing unspeakable acts of cruelty against his own people. To stop him, a group of elite samurai is hired to assassinate him before he can plunge the country into war. They decide to turn an entire mountain village into a massive, deadly trap. The final act of this movie is nearly 45 minutes of non-stop, breathtaking battle. It's 13 men against an army of 200, and the choreography is a masterclass in tension and grit. You feel every cut, every exhaustion-filled breath, and every desperate sacrifice made in the name of duty. Number 3 is 13 Assassins. Number 2. Our runner-up is perhaps one of the most infamous films in cinema history. It's a deep dive into the darkest corners of the human psyche, following a sadomasochistic Yakuza enforcer who is desperately searching for someone who can actually make him feel pain. He finds his match in a mysterious, psychologically broken assassin who kills with terrifying, fluid speed. This movie is notorious for its extreme graphic content, but beneath the gore is a fascinating, twisted character study about the nature of pain and pleasure. It's a fever dream of a movie that is as stylish as it is disturbing, and it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Number 2 is Ichi the Killer. Number 1. Finally, we reach the undisputed king of brutal Japanese action. This is the story of a man who was once the shogun's personal executioner. After being framed for treason and watching his wife be murdered, he chooses to walk the path of the demon. He wanders the countryside as an assassin for hire, pushing his infant son in a wooden baby carriage that is secretly loaded with hidden weapons. This film set the blueprint for the one-man army genre. The swordplay is legendary, featuring iconic, high-pressure arterial sprays and a cold, silent intensity that has never been matched. It's a poetic, bloody, and deeply emotional masterpiece that proves sometimes the most dangerous man in the world is the one who has already lost everything. Number 1 is Lone Wolf and Cub, Sword of Vengeance. Each of these movies brings something different to the table, from historical epics to futuristic nightmares. But I want to hear from you. Which of these rankings surprised you the most, or is there a brutal masterpiece we missed? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this countdown, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on those notifications so you never miss a chance to find your next favorite movie. Thanks for watching.